gonna sit here. Just gonna sit here until somebody comes on. Alan refuses to record until people are actually watching. So therein lies the problem.
I champion the listener.
Oh, well, 3 people were there and now they want one person
I
is.
don't jip the listener.
Right.
Hello, Abe. Hello, Linda Wynn. Tiffany Tippin. Adri. Hey, Jamie. Hello, Hunter. Beautiful people. Hello, JWD. Hello, Kelly. Dana McD. Hello, Angelique Boone. Kitten Track. Sheila Redmond from the Hub City. Hello, Deanna Todd.
Do you have all the details of everything we've got to announce as far as the contest, the fan meetup? Do you have all of that?
What's in my noodle?
Well, do you have it written down so we don't forget?
Well, there's a website you can go to. KellieandAlan.com/maybebaby. All the stuff's right there.
Just so we
Hello, Iana. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Kim Wright. Rocky. Thank you, Jennifer Shashevsky. I don't jip the listener. I champion the listener. Hello, Bruno. Hello, Christy Bazemore. How's everybody doing? Are y'all at work? Or are y'all at home? Well, hello, Carmen. Home?
Have you
Walking
posted
home?
the
Jenny
podcast
home?
meetup info anywhere?
Selena, home? Yeah, it's on.
Where?
Sin's on that. It's on our
Where?
social media. Hello, Yvette. What exactly are you looking for, babe?
I'm looking for all the details before
Well,
we
what
answer
details?
them about the fan meetup.
June 3rd at Oaked.
Where is it?
6:30.
Okay. More details to come.
Yeah, that's why we're doing a podcast. June 3rd at 6:30. What else is there to know?
I'm asking you for the details.
I'm
so we
telling
can
you,
share
June
them.
3rd
Well,
at
what are-
6:30.
What are people going to get when they go? What are we doing? Do you know what we're doing? Do you have any idea what we're doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're meeting at Oaked like we have two other times.
Are we offering anything?
Yeah.
What?
Food and drinks in our company. I'm not, this isn't complicated. What is different than
I'm just trying to get prepared. So we're not, you got anything else, babe?
What's
You don't give me that crap.
What's
at the end.
different
You got
than,
anything else? Well, you got anything else? That's what I'm avoiding.
I don't know what's different than
More details to be announced during our next episode.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing now.
But there's no details.
Well, it's at Oaked.
What time?
It's at 6:30, which we've said on another podcast, and it's on
it
June the
you gotta
3rd,
reiterate it.
which is a Friday.
You got to reiterate it.
Angeli, it's Friday, June the 3rd.
Do people need to sign up or just show up?
Show up.
We're not going to have any kind of like RSVP thing, so we kind of have a
Not
basic
needed.
idea.
Not needed.
It would be nice to kind of know. Maybe Sin can put out something.
It's not been helpful at all the last couple of times we've done it.
I need to put an eye drop in my eye.
Okay. Hello, Kelly. Oh, we could have, Ed. Are we going to do Johnny Depp, Amber Heard talk, babe? No. We're not? I will. I mean, how complicated is it? It's a meetup. It's June the 3rd, 6:30. It's at our restaurant. What else do we need to know? Yeah, and then Saturday, Rock the Troops. Hello, Wheeze. Okay, well, we'll get started here in a second. Cole has a baseball game tonight, which is why we're doing it super early again. So hello, Michael Melkos. So I'm going to try to make that. Hello, Terry Meeb. Hello, Micah. Yeah, seems like it has been going on a while. I didn't hear much about it today, though. I guess because the big news about Twitter, so I didn't really hear too much about Johnny Depp.
Okay, I need to put eye drop in my eye. It was bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't kept up with the trial today. I don't have anything to add. So if you ask me anything, I don't have anything.
Well, we're just talking about what we know so far.
Well, I mean, there was more stuff probably today, but I haven't had a chance to look at any of it.
That's okay.
Well, it's not really if I don't have anything new to add.
I've got lots of stuff new to add.
Okay. I told him, Kellie, the front door's unlocked. Not for y'all to know that.
Hello,
Y'all
Kara.
live. Ready? Testing 1, 2, testing. Testing.
Craven Moorhead, please pick up the red courtesy phone. Craven Moorhead, please pick up the red courtesy phone. He's Craven Moorhead.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's a podcast, and I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans, and this is my husband and podcasting co-host, Alan Evans.
Trade!
Thank y'all all for being here on this very well-organized and super informative podcast we're about to present to you.
I have never seen you so nervous about a podcast.
I'm not nervous. I just want to be organized.
Kellie rang me. What's the right expression? Put me through the ringer before we started about our listener appreciation event.
I want to know details, what we're doing.
And she said, "What are the details?" And I said, "Here, I'll give them to you. I'll give them to Kellie right now, and I will also give them to you, dear, sweet, clean, good, strong listener. June the 3rd.
It's a Friday night.
6:30 official start time. You can show up before that. You can show up after that. We're going to have barbecue. There's going to be drinks. Kellie and I will be there, and it's going to be at Oaked Barbecue Restaurant, 5500 Greenville Avenue.
In Dallas.
Is there anything else you would like to know?
I don't know. People like to know what we're going to be doing.
That's what we're going to be doing.
Literally, we're going to be standing around?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to be standing. We're going to be eating.
Well,
we're going to be drinking.
Who wouldn't want to be there for that?
And there might be some magic. There might be the telling of Hello Hand again. And hey, guys, look at this. And
eventually.
Mama Yoti and
oh, gosh.
All the great Butterbean and all the great stories.
Don't tell that one. Really, don't tell that one.
No, that one's raunchy.
Really don't.
Oh,
I'm not even joking.
That one's raunchy.
Do not tell that one.
You don't need
That's like defamatory and potentially.
Defamatory?
Yes, and potentially slanderous. I wouldn't do it.
Well, it's been told many times.
Well, not by me. All right. But anyway, we do have a podcast to get to. And we have other, we have a big contest we're doing right now. We're giving away another free cycle of effortless IVF, thanks to doctors Kevin and Kathy Duty at Care Now. I want to say Care Fertility. There's two different Care Fertility, and they're wonderful. You can find them at embryo.net. And they're giving away an effortless IVF cycle. And this is the 4th time they've done it for our listeners. And we've been asking for your entries, and they have been pouring in.
Yes.
So it's really a lot.
More this year than any other year.
But here's the thing. You still have just a little bit of time to get your entry in. You never know. Maybe that one that gets in at the last minute, just miraculously, the eyes fall on it. And but 5 p.m. on April 26th.
This is the Maybe Baby 4.0 contest we're doing.
5 p.m. April 26th is the deadline, and we will give away the effortless IVF on the April 28th podcast. And to get all the information and to enter, go to kellieandallen.com, KELLIE and ALLEN.com/maybebaby. And, take a shot. You never know. Take a shot to get the shot.
Shoot your shot.
Right.
Okay. Is that all the business we have to do?
I think that's about all
because
I wanted to make sure we got that out of the way.
There has been a lot of stuff in the news, babe.
Big developments today. We record this on Monday. It drops on Tuesday. But the biggest news, some of the biggest news is, I guess you're going to talk about Twitter, right?
Well, here, another thing I'm going to do is you did a bit called Things That Make You Go,
Huh.
Oh, things that make you go, huh?
Yeah, there's a song that goes, things that make you go,
Things that make you go,
Mine's more like things that make you go, huh?
Okay. Well, I have some things that make you go, huh? And one of them, just to put in perspective what Elon Musk paid for Twitter, because he actually his offer went through today, and he paid $44 billion for Twitter. Okay, so check this out. Here's a little fact that'll make you go, How much is a billion? Okay.
One with how many zeros? I'm not really sure.
1,000. I mean, that's a lot, but 1,000 seconds is about 16 minutes. Okay. 1,000,000 seconds. Okay. People think a millionaire. Oh, that's a lot. 1,000,000 seconds is about 11 days.
Oh, that's all.
Okay. 1,000,000,000 seconds. Any guess how long 1,000,000,000 seconds is?
Well, if it's 11 days for 1,000,000, I will go with 121. I have no idea.
32 years.
How could that be possible?
So he paid $44 billion for Twitter. That is a lot of bread. That is a lot of cheese. That is a lot of jack, and a lot of clams,
macaroni,
simoleons, dead presidents.
Well, let's see. Shareholders are going to get $54.20 in cash for each share of Twitter stock they own, which matches Elon's original offer. He said, "This is it. This is my offer. Take it or leave it." And they didn't want to take it at first. There were some people on that board like, "We don't want it,"
which would have been
because you're going to ruin Twitter.
Well, financially, that would have been the really stupid thing to do because he's overpaying for it.
Right, because it was a 38% premium over the stock price the day before Elon revealed he had bought into the company. Because I think somebody was saying today that Mark Cuban was all saying that, it was Trey, I think, that Elon was manipulating the market. But I said, but he was offering the money. He was offering the price before he let everybody know he bought it. So I don't see how that's possible. I think Elon tried to do everything extremely by the book.
Well, yeah.
Because this is a really, really big deal. So anyway, he does plan to take the company private. And like I said, some members of Twitter's board, they were really against it at first. There was talk of that poison pill. I'm not going to even pretend I know what that means. But then Elon revealed that he'd lined up $46.5 billion in financing. So they said, you know what? Let's go back and look at this one more time. And the board then unanimously approved the deal, which is expected to close this year.
Yeah.
So Elon tweeted after the news hit, "I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter because that is what free speech means." And then a few hours later, he tweeted part of an article quoting the statement he'd released earlier. It said, in part, "Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and the community of users to unlock it."
For a second there, I thought you were doing a Best Fiends spot.
No, I was reading his statement.
You said defeating the spam bots.
Yeah,
kind of
like
sounded
defeating
like
the slugs.
Defeating the slugs.
Yeah, but a lot of people are still not happy at certain points throughout the day. Hashtag leaving Twitter, hashtag RIP Twitter were trending. Hashtag free speech trending off and on throughout the day. And of course, a lot of people are saying, well, Twitter's been doing so much to curb hate speech. They weren't canceling free speech. They were just stopping hate speech. And anyway, there was speculation that Donald Trump might be immediately reinstated, but you said you saw that he's not interested.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that he said he wasn't, but
we'll see.
I don't know what source that was, but
I know.
Yeah, pretty big news. In other news, did you see the former heavyweight champ beating the crap out of somebody on an airplane?
Mike Tyson, yeah.
And I was happy to see him do it too.
Well,
because that guy was being a jerk.
Yeah, but just because you're being a jerk doesn't mean it's okay for you to hit somebody for being a jerk.
That's
But,
true.
the guy was drunk and poking the bear, and what do you expect?
Right. That's Mike
know.
freaking Tyson, dude.
Right. But I'm sure Mike, as other people who are in the martial arts or boxers or any kind of athletes, they are constantly taunted
Yes.
if people poke them. And the danger is if they react, they could potentially kill someone or they could really hurt them. And then you've got a lawsuit, I don't know. And of course the guy he was a drunk, he was annoying, but I mean, I'm not mad at Mike necessarily because the guy was being a jerk, like you said.
And he was drunk.
And
Mike already gave the guy a selfie.
I know.
He took a picture with him.
I
It was
know.
being very pleasant, but the guy
know.
kept pushing him and pushing him and pushing him. And Mike finally turned around and said, "Well, I've had enough of
I
this
know.
crap."
We
And
just-
starts beating the hell out
You
of him.
just can't say that's okay. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's not okay.
Why is it okay for certain situations and not others,
Well, sometimes you're asking for it.
I know. Exactly. You're putting yourself in the position to have your face pounded in.
Chris Rock wasn't asking for it. Chris Rock was doing his job.
Yeah.
He was making jokes. He's a comedian.
And now Will Smith is in India on a spiritual
What's
retreat.
he doing there?
He's on a spiritual retreat.
What does that mean?
Apparently there's some guru there that he and his entire family have met with previously.
A guru?
Yeah, he's like they have
A shaman?
I don't know if he's a shaman, but he's some sort of guru, some sort
A
of
guru of
spiritual.
what?
I don't know. He's in India. I don't know. A monk or something. I don't know.
He's
a Buddhist. I don't know.
He's a monk?
You. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just telling you.
Okay. Well,
he's over there meeting with
it
someone
just sounds a
that
little
has
suspicious.
the word guru in his name. I don't know.
When I hear you just read that thing, and whenever, I don't know about you, babe, but when I hear the word algorithm or guru, I tune out. I'm like, I'm done listening.
Well, I'm sorry.
No. Not to you, because
I was the one saying it.
Well, but you were kind of reporting the news, like this
Yeah.
thing, his statement. When I heard algorithm,
I
I was like,
apologize.
I'm just what?
Well, listen, I will tell you something you might be interested in.
I'm not that smart.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, every year they induct new members, and they have this thing where fans can vote. And the deadline. Oh gosh, here we go. I just hit the wrong button. So it says your vote, your voice. It's time for you to support your favorite Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2022 nominees and help them reach the top 5 of the official fans ballot. You can select up to 5 nominees daily, submit your vote, share your ballot, spread the word, rock the vote now till April 29th. So if you really are invested, then you can go and vote. I am very excited. I'm going to tell you, I'm not on there voting every day. I don't have that much interest, but I am excited that my favorite band of all time is currently in the lead. And I'll tell you who that is right after I tell you that this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Life can be so overwhelming. It's like a roller coaster, right? Some days it's like we're up, then down, down, down. It's just like all these curves and twists and bumps. And a lot of people, though, you're in the grind and maybe you're burned out and you're not even recognizing that. You don't even know it. Symptoms of burnout can include lack of motivation, feeling helpless, feeling trapped, being detached, or maybe you're just extremely fatigued. We associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause. Any of our roles in life can lead us to feel burned out. And BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking to someone can help you figure out what's causing this stress in your life. Alan and I, big proponents at various times in our life. We've been through therapy. Sometimes it takes going back to therapy, different phases of life. It's not like one and done, right, honey?
Oh, no.
For every season of life.
You got to keep going.
Yeah. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, even live chat sessions with your therapist. You don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. And it's much more affordable than in-person therapy. You can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
And BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers...
I just read that part, baby. Read that.
And this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. And A Sandwich and Some Lovin' listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/sandwich. That's BetterHelp.com/sandwich.
Back to my
back to the Rock and Roll Hall
yes,
of
the
Fame.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So anyway, they have 17 acts. I have no idea how these 17 acts got chosen to be on the ballot, but the acts include, and they're not in alphabetical order. Eminem.
Okay.
See, the thing about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is they're not always rock and roll artists. Dolly Parton is on there, not a rock and roll artist, but she asked to be removed from the ballot. And they were like,
Why
no,
did she ask to be removed?
I guess she was saying something about how I'm not worthy. I don't think there's so many other artists that I might be taking away because I've got a little bit more name recognition than maybe some of these artists that deserve a spot. But they're like, sorry, Dolly, the fans are speaking on this. So
is this a popularity thing? I mean, how do they get nominated and then how do they get chosen?
I don't know how they got nominated at this point, but this part is the fans ballot. And I think they have more voting otherwise. Okay. So you've got Eurythmics, Lionel Richie, Fela Kuti, I think is how you say his name, Judas Priest,
Whoa,
Rage Against the Machine, Devo, Beck, Carly Simon. I'm kind of surprised she's not in there already. MC5, Pat Benatar. Oh my gosh, she's so great. Dionne Warwick, Kate Bush, the New York Dolls, A Tribe Called Quest, and Duran Duran.
All right.
My favorite band of all time.
Kate who?
Kate Bush. She's a British artist. She's really artsy and really cool. All right. So the current standings, you can vote, like I said, up to 5 times a day for your 5 favorites. Duran Duran is far and away leading the group. I'm so excited for them. We've got a few days left in voting, but they're closing in on 1 million in the popularity vote. They're right over 904,000 right now, followed by Eminem, then Pat Benatar, Eurythmics, and she doesn't want to be there, but Dolly Parton in the top 5. So other than that, I mean, if you want to try to get your favorites up there, Judas Priest is number 6.
What's up with, how can you not have Lionel Richie up there at the top?
Number 7 is Carly Simon. You've got Lionel Richie, Devo, Kate Bush. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So those are the top 10 right now. So if you want to get in on it, if you care, go to vote.rockhall.com. Vote.rockhall.com. It's kind of fun just to see, but I'm really excited. I'd love, and the best part about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is the nominees and the inductees. Well, I think it's just the inductees. They all perform.
Why don't they just call it the Music Hall of Fame? I think this is why some people are confused.
Yeah, I don't know the criteria.
Yeah, I know this isn't your problem,
It's
but
not.
if it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, then
Well, they do have the Country Music Hall of Fame.
yeah. And is there a Rap Hall of Fame? Is there an R&B Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, and I think you have to, isn't it like 25 years? You have to wait till 25 years or something after your first album is released.
Because honestly, if you look at these artists, I don't think there's one on here that you could classify as rock. Judas Priest that was metal.
Pretty metal.
Rage Against the Machine was kind of a metal and rap.
Well, like I said,
yeah,
they've had
I don't
over
know.
5
Let's
million
call it
votes
the Music
cast.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Duran Duran is pop.
The top 5 artists as selected by the public will comprise a fans ballot that will be tallied along with the other ballots to choose the 2022 inductees.
Pat Benatar's rock. I would call her rock.
Oh, she's so great.
Yeah,
she
rock.
studied opera, and I just love her. And I got to see her in concert once. And her husband, she tours with her husband now, and she's just so incredible.
I don't know any Kate Bush. Do you?
I do. I can remember her. She's really artsy and kind of also operatic and real, dance performance kind of. She's really good. I just can't remember anything right off the bat.
I might just vote for her just because of her name.
You should. She's really good. Dionne Warwick in there.
How about Fela Kuti? She needs some votes.
It's a man, but I'm not familiar,
he needs
and I
some
don't
votes.
I don't want to disparage him because he might be really great in his, in his art form. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. MC5, not familiar, but the rest of them I'm familiar with. At least the name recognition.
Judas Priest, ever a fan?
No, I'm not a fan.
No,
I can't even name one of their songs. Can you?
I can sing a few, but I can't remember. I wasn't really into Judas Priest. That's a little before my time.
Yeah. Duran Duran was prime time for me, y'all. I love them. I was there. I was the MTV generation. I was there when they signed on the air. The very first video killed the radio star. I would sit in front of my TV all weekend. I was just, And Kellie was asking about a song she heard today. And we took my mother to lunch for her birthday today. And she's like,
oh, happy birthday to your mother.
Yeah, Connie Rasberry. And the song was playing. She goes, what is that song? I said, that is Photograph by Def Leppard. That's one of the very earliest videos they played on MTV. And I got to talk to her a little bit about MTV. But, that's why I fell in love with Duran Duran and Simon Le Bon. I love them so much. I broke the rules at Florence Christian School to go see them. We weren't allowed to go to rock. We weren't supposed to go to rock shows, pop, anything like that, concerts. We weren't supposed to go to movies. But my parents gave me permission to go to movies. They were like, we're the parents and we're okay with it. But, with the rock concert thing, that was a very big deal. Because Diana Jones could have gotten suspended for going to see Loverboy. And, I didn't realize until just we went to see Loverboy a couple of weeks ago. Diana told me her own dad turned her in.
Really?
Yeah, apparently he was against her going to see Loverboy.
What was it, Loverboy?
It's just we were at Florence Christian School. And so the principal told her, well, you either have to get up in front of the student assembly and apologize or you can be suspended. And she said, I'll be suspended. And he said, then you're getting up in front of the school and apologizing. And she had to get up and apologize for going to see a Loverboy. And she wasn't sorry. She loved it. So anyway, I was afraid of having to do what Diana Jones did. So I begged my parents. I said, because they knew how much I loved them. I was like, I was a good kid, I was a little sassy mouth, but I didn't do anything wrong. I was a good kid. And so I just begged them. I wrote poems. I wrote them letters. And finally my mom said,
letters?
Yeah, I was desperate. And my parents said, okay, because it was a few months shy of, graduating. I was a senior. It was probably, I would guess, if I had to take a random guess, February. I don't know. And my mom said, okay, I'll take you. But you can't go with anybody from the school because we don't want to get anybody else in trouble. So I took my cousin Sheila, who lived in Mullins, about 30 minutes away. So Sheila came with me, and my mother and her friend drove us to Columbia, South Carolina. It was about an hour and a half away. And my mother and her friend went and got something to eat, and then they sat in their car, parked on the sidewalk, and waited while we went to see Duran Duran. And then I kept my mouth shut for months. I didn't say a word because I didn't want to get in trouble. And then the minute they said, you are a graduate, turn that tassel, I told everybody, I went to see Duran Duran. I went to see Duran. I couldn't hold it another minute.
Couldn't hold your guilt in.
I told everyone, I wasn't guilty. I was so excited. I wanted to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. That's my story.
That's a good one. I like that.
Is it a good one?
Yeah.
My parents.
That was better than the Shonda Rhimes thing.
That Shonda Rhimes thing was a good story. Y'all can go back and listen to that. But anyway, I'm really happy. I'd love to see Duran Duran nominated. I don't know if they've ever been nominated before.
One of the first concerts.
Definitely get in.
One of the first concerts you and I went to together. That might have been the first concert we went to.
That might have been.
I think it was. Yeah. It was at
it was at American Airlines Center.
Yeah. That was good.
It was
I was
fun.
highly entertained.
It's good.
I grew up in the 80s.
And I'll
I
be
like
honest,
Duran Duran.
I don't keep up with their new stuff. I know they put out new stuff, and I'm an old school Duran Duran girl, but
you want to hear the new stuff. You want to hear the old stuff.
Well, they've done some pretty good new stuff too. I'm just not as familiar. But anyway, that was a fun little bit to share with everybody.
That's a good bit, babe. You want to touch on Amber Heard and Johnny Depp just a little bit? What we know so far? Your observations of the trial? Anything you want to touch on? I mentioned to Kellie, maybe we'll talk about that. She kind of poo-pooed my idea.
I didn't watch it today.
Well, it doesn't matter. What have you watched so far?
Well, it was last week. And they didn't even have trial Friday. So it hasn't been since Thursday since I've watched it.
Babe, I don't want a deep legal analysis. I just wanted some observations.
I'm team Johnny Depp.
Okay.
I think she's crazy. I think we talked about that already. I think she's crazy. I think they were both, they were both volatile in the relationship. But I personally do not believe he hit her. I was not in the room with them. But based on some things that, Amber is nuts. I mean, if you follow House and Habit, a lot of the recaps
I follow that now, by the way.
Isn't it interesting?
It is very interesting.
House in Habit.
Well, you thought I posted a lot of Instagram stories.
Well, that's all she does. That's how people are addicted to her. She's so good. And people actually send her money because she takes time out of her life just devoted to following the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, for instance, and now Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And she pointed out things first to me that I was like, now the rest of the media is catching on. Like Amber Heard is copying what Johnny is wearing to court.
It's weird.
It is weird. And at first it's like, okay, Johnny wore his hair in a ponytail. So the next day Amber wore her hair in a ponytail. That could have been a coincidence. But no, it's down to like Johnny wears a black tie with a bumblebee on it. The next day she wears it.
She's trolling him.
She is trolling him and messing with him still. And do you think her attorneys aren't picking up on this? But
what's her attorney has a real weird name. It's like Rotten Crotch or something.
Yeah, Rotten
like
Bottom or something.
Yeah, Rotten Bottom or something.
Rotten Core. But also they caught her in a lie. I don't know. I haven't seen today's court to know this, but I know last week Amber's attorney held up this makeup palette, and it's a color correcting palette. And men might not know this, but Alan, if you want to cover up like redness or a black eye, there are color correcting. There's like blue or green or yellow, and it looks weird, but if you dab it on lightly, it helps mask bruising or zits or things like that. So it's one of these color correcting palettes, and the Amber's attorney held it up and said, every day for the 2 years, I'm paraphrasing, that Amber was married to Johnny, she would carry this color correcting palette to hide the bruises that Johnny inflicted on her face when she went to meet paparazzi. The company that made the palette said, nuh-uh. They did a TikTok saying this palette that lawyer held up in court and said that Amber carried every day from 2014 to 2016.
Didn't make it those
we
years.
Didn't even release that palette until 2017. So they caught her in a lie right there. But anyway.
Caught her in another one when Johnny took a picture of the feast.
Did they show that in court yet? The maid took a picture.
Someone took a picture of feces in the bed.
You can say feces. That's not.
Oh, it's not?
That's fine. You can say feces.
Usually human feces.
You can say poop.
Oh, okay.
Poop.
Well, anyway, yeah, someone took a picture of the feces in the bed, and Amber's team said, well, it was the dog. And Johnny said, well, no, we have teacup Yorkies. They're like 4 pounds.
And that was at least 4 pounds of poop.
This was a big freaking 2-pound cinnamon roll looking human.
Was it? You didn't see it.
You
didn't see it.
Human poop.
You didn't see it.
So that's another lie. Amber shat the bed.
But anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff. House and Habit has more up to date. Unfortunately,
she's nuts.
Amber is not House and Habit.
Oh yeah.
Amber is.
No, anybody that shits the bed is nuts.
But she has history. Well, if there's some confusion over whether it was Amber or her girlfriend, of course, they're denying it. My girlfriend, I mean her friend that happened to be a girl. But Amber is fluid with her sexuality. She actually, I believe, had an abusive relationship with a female she was in a relationship before Johnny. There's so much stuff.
Just listening to those, listen to the audio of those two going back and forth. It just makes me tense.
Well, the setups that she does trying to catch him, that's when he started doing the audio recordings, when he realized she was trying to catch him, get him with the videos. He started recording her. And it's just heartbreaking. It's like, why would either one of you stay in this relationship for 2 years, much less, why would you be there 2 weeks? I mean, if it was that bad, why would you stay? But I love him. I don't know.
One thing
I've just never been in an abusive relationship like that. So I can't understand. I can't understand. And I know people stay for a lot of reasons, but I don't think love is the reason.
One thing I do know after listening to a lot of the trial, they did a lot of drugs and a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
That didn't help.
No. The sex must have been really hot, too. And I also know that she played really hard to get. And this is what I don't take it to Amber Heard extremes, ladies. But when you give it to a man all up front, there's no chase involved. They lose interest pretty fast. She made him work for it. He bought her he would go buy her these rare books, and he would buy her like an island. He bought her a horse. He courted her. He wooed her, and she made him work for it. And I think that was part of the reason he had to work so hard to get her, Even he said, I thought she was too good to be true. And then suddenly on a dime, like within a month of the relationship, he said he believes she started cheating on him. So
With
anyway,
Elon Musk.
he's one of them. And House and Habit's the one that told me that she believes it's going to turn out that Elon Musk is the father of her baby.
Whoa. She has a kid?
She had a baby via surrogate about a year ago.
Oh.
Una. I think that's how you pronounce it. Una. It's spelled like OONAUGH or something.
What?
Mm-hmm.
OONUG.
N-A-U-G-H. I think it's Una. Una is an old-timey name, but she put it anyway. It's Una, I believe.
I have never heard that
it
before.
Yeah, Una, I believe, was Charlie Chaplin's wife, I want to say. It's a really old name.
I know Uma.
Well, there's an Una back in the day. But anyway.
I know Uno.
I haven't heard Amber say the child's name out loud, but it's a baby girl born a little over a year ago by a surrogate. And House and Habit said that when Amber and Elon were together, they froze apparently embryos, right? And not just her eggs. And then they broke up. And according to House and Habit, he wanted to destroy the embryos. Obviously, she did not. And now she has a baby girl. So she might be getting a piece of Elon Musk money.
Very interesting.
It is very interesting.
Well, I'm gonna tune in. You know, I was talking to somebody about this. It's you don't want to say, wow, I'm really entertained by watching this Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, because it's a tragic situation.
It's awful. Yeah.
I mean, they had an abusive relationship, and we're trying to get to the bottom of what happened. But you find yourself, I just can't look away. It's like the train wreck, I mean, you want to watch and hear all these details. Like they're going through the minutia of their lives.
Literally.
Like, what is this little metal box, Johnny, that had the skull and crossbones on it? Sure looks like you could hold some cocaine in there, and just all these little things about their life. She
claims he did hold cocaine in it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He's like, I'm willing to let the world know I did drugs. I did obscene amount.
Change your voice.
I did obscene, drinking. I did all that. He's willing to air out all of his dirty laundry just so he can let the world know I didn't hit her. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not an abuser.
Yeah.
So he knew all this was going to come out. And I don't, over in England, he lost last year, but that was one judge. That was one judge's opinion. That's all that Amber had to convince. And so anyway, we'll see how it goes. I personally believe Johnny. I know we're in this, we're supposed to, you're told you always have to believe women but I'm sorry. She just has too much. There's too much there that I think that she said, especially when you see the videos of her. What? When you woke up this morning, you were in such a good mood. I don't understand. And then laughing when when she's turning off that was just ridiculous. So anyway, I will say this, though. I made a crucial error last night. It was Sunday night. What, honey?
You want to do a little bit of that so we can bring it home for Jerome with this, or are we going to keep doing this?
I'll do whatever.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. I made a crucial error, and I don't know if anybody is interested in this. I was going to watch one episode of Selling Sunset, and I ended up binging the entire season. I didn't get to bed till well after midnight. It is incredible. I loved it. They for the first time ever, they're getting a reunion show. They've never had one before, but every reunion show is always hosted by Andy Cohen, but Selling Sunset is on Netflix, not on Bravo. So Tan France from Queer Eye, the fashion guy, he is going to be, well, he's already done it. They recorded it on Sunday, and that's going to air on May 5th. So you want to binge watch Selling Sunset between now and May 5th. So you can watch the reunion show.
I can't stomach it. I watched the first couple of seasons. I'm out.
Awesome.
After I was over the hotness of
Loved
everybody, it's like the same bit. Everyone,
they're always fighting.
Dresses up, goes to a party, and then they're arguing. Well, that's the show. That's the entire show.
That's okay. I'll tell you what I'm over, honestly, though, is the houses. The first season or two, it was like, wow, that house is so amazing. And it's, $20 million. But now it's just like all the houses look the same. And they all have the amazing view that you can't see because it's smoggy today. But if the smog wasn't here, you could see the ocean. Every one of them's decorated the same. They all have an infinity pool. They all have an indoor basketball court or whatever. I'm just tired of the house porn. Really, it was house porn at first. Now it's about the drama. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It took me in. I couldn't go to sleep until I watched all 10 episodes.
Yeah, I thought you were in there killing slugs or crushing candy.
No, I was watching Selling Sunset season 5. All right. You know what? I'm a lot of things. I am a slug killer.
You are.
I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
I'm a Netflix show binger. I'm also a mom. I'm a nationally syndicated radio personality.
Done.
I'm a podcaster.
Done.
I'm a combination of all those things. And, I love to express myself sometimes with my fashion and my eyewear fashion. Let me tell you about these customizable prescription glasses I just got from Pair Eyewear.
Pair Eyewear.
These are super cool.
When do I get some?
Too bad, Alan. I took the code and I got them for myself. Listen, these are really cool. I needed some not strong readers. I don't need like the heavy prescription readers. I just need like literally 0.5. Just when I'm starting to get like when I read too much or I'm on the computer too much, my eyes get a little blurry. And also I like the blue blockers. That's what I got with my pairs. I picked out the Kirby frames, which are super cool. I love them because they're kind of like this blue tortoise shell. And I wish so much black.
Those are sharp.
Aren't these cool?
Those are hip.
They're perfect for my frame. That's what I chose. But let me tell you how easy it is. I can also change up the look of these frames.
How?
Well, it's a snap because Pair Eyewear's base frame and magnetic top frame combination make it easy to switch up your style. Base frames start at just $60. That includes the prescription lenses. But then they have hundreds of top frame designs to match whichever base frame you choose. So you can just snap on a new frame. You can literally have different options for, every outfit. And you can choose from the square shape. I kind of go with a more rectangular shape to the cat eye. Every frame comes in 6 different colorways, including classic black to the remixed blue tortoise that I chose. Then you pick your top frames and build a collection to match your personality and your wardrobe. And you get high quality eyewear at a fraction of the price because Pair Eyewear has forged their own way and designs all their looks in-house. And for every pair you purchase, Pair provides glasses and vision care for children around the world. Pair Eyewear. I am loving it. And I love the fact that you can just change it up all the time, Alan. It's really cool.
So get glasses as unique as you are, like Kellie is, very unique.
Thank you.
One pair, infinite style, starting at just $60. Go to paireyewear.com/sandwich for 15% off your first purchase. That's 15% off at paireyewear.com/sandwich.
And it came in look at that cute carrying case it came in. It's so nice.
I wonder if Pair knows that there are 2 hosts on the podcast.
Here's a little peek behind the kimono, everybody.
The kimono. Reveal all.
Kellie Rasberry Evans basically handles all the email communication that comes in regarding sponsors for the podcast.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And I might just throw out right now a big freaking whoop-de-doo, because how many times have you come on here and said, well, Alan handles all the email for the podcast, and I don't see any of it.
He handles the listener email. I handle the work email that comes in for sponsors.
Well, I think our listeners are as maybe more important than our sponsors.
Well, tell me the password and I'll learn how to go in and answer listener email.
There's no password.
I have no idea how you check listener email at kellyandalan.com.
Podcast at
kellyandalan.com. But there is a contact button there, right?
Yeah. No, so we both handle email.
But I handle the ones that come in. Kellie and Alan, you're included on those emails. Are y'all interested in this podcast sponsor?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kellie, here's a code to get a free pair of Pair Eyewear.
I must have missed that one.
Darn it.
Okay.
Maybe I deleted it real quick.
Okay, babe. Well, as promised.
See how jealous he is of my Pair Eyewear? Y'all need to get a pair. They're really cool.
As promised, we have some things that make you go,
Huh.
So I'll blow through these pretty quick, and you can comment if you would like or not.
Whatever you like, honey.
I have almost 50 of these.
Oh, hell no. I don't think I'm getting to 50.
I don't think we're going to make it through 50.
Do the highlights.
Yeah, I'm just going to pick out the ones I think are really interesting. Try to breathe and swallow at the same time.
You can't.
You can't.
Because the airway, you swallow it, your tongue cuts it off. That's not a huh thing.
You think that's how a whale is able to like swallow like all that shrimp and not choke?
I don't know. I haven't studied that.
Well, I would assume so.
Well, their blowhole is way up there, right?
They're what?
Don't they have a blowhole on the top of their head?
Yeah. Coconuts kill more people than sharks every year.
I have heard that.
Same with
statistic.
cows.
Cows kill more people
Mhm.
than sharks?
Coconuts kill more people than sharks every year. Same with cows. Coconuts kill more people every year than cows.
How many people do cows kill?
Not as many as coconuts.
I don't hear a lot about cow deaths. How would a cow kill you? Oh, knocking you in the head when you try to milk them and you sneak up behind them.
Here's an AE off the top of his head. Things that make you go home. What's the most dangerous animal in Africa? Kills more people than any other animal in Africa.
The rhinoceros.
The hippo.
Hippopotamus. Oh, I knew it was one of those two. Darn it.
You'd think like lion or hyena or
I knew it was rhinoceros or hippopotamus.
hippopotamus.
I
They're
guess
very aggressive. They hide in, they're kind of hiding in the water, and they live near a lot of people, because there's water. Yeah, you get near them, they'll charge you. Did you know that Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPad than she did the building of the Great Pyramid?
No.
I had no idea.
I thought they were kind of simultaneous.
Would you think just because she's Egyptian, she'd be around there with the
I would
pyramids?
figure they were building them while she was alive, maybe. I don't know when they built them. I didn't study the pyramids.
Shows you how much we know about
Egyptian history.
Okay, this is one this came from BuzzFeed, by the way, this list, via Kellie's overalls. This is some user-generated content here. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the galaxy. I think that's a big false.
I'd have to agree with that.
Because stars in the galaxy is infinite.
Right. We don't know how far the galaxy stretches.
Right. You can only fit so many trees.
Right. There is a finite number of trees. We have no way of knowing.
Right. In fact, I think there are more stars in the galaxy than there are grains of sand on Earth.
That's a possibility. I don't know.
I think that that's a reality. Did you know that some of the apples you buy in a grocery store are over a year old?
It's what they spray them with, right?
Maybe at K. Roger, not at.
Don't say that. That's slanderous. Don't say stuff like that.
It's not slanderous. That's my opinion.
That's not an opinion.
Yes, it is. It's my opinion that the produce at K.
No,
Roger
stop.
is not as good as Tomas Thumb.
That is not true, because obviously he does not do the grocery shopping in this family.
Y'all are always arguing, bickering. Hurts my heart. Stop it.
I don't want to hurt anybody's heart.
Bickering. You too. I used to be able to listen to this. I can't listen anymore.
Well, we don't have to worry about them because they stopped listening.
Every Fruit Loop tastes the same. The color doesn't matter.
I've heard that before. I would have to do a taste test blindfolded to make sure that was true.
Barbie has a full name?
Yes, but I don't remember what it is.
Barbara Millicent Roberts.
There you go. I've heard it before. A lot of these things I've heard before. You just don't retain them,
Woody from Toy Story has a full name too. Woody Pride.
There you go.
Huh.
But a lot of times, like actors, even though they've probably never said that in the movie, a lot of times actors, they create a backstory for their characters. So maybe that's the same case with Toy Story. Maybe they created all the backstories for all these characters. They're coming out with a Buzz Lightyear movie that's based on, it's still a cartoon, but it's based on the real life Buzz Lightyear that the doll was made after. Does that make sense?
Is Tim Allen doing his voice?
No.
But I'm out.
No, that's the thing, because the reason it's not Tim Allen is because it's the real life, even though it's still a cartoon, it's the real life Buzz Lightyear, and Tim Allen was the toy.
Okay. And while we're at it, Mr. Clean has a full name.
I don't know what it is.
Veritably Clean.
Veritably?
Veritably Clean. Mr. Veritably Clean.
That's stupid.
Do you know the Cookie Monster has a name?
No.
Sid.
Did not know that.
I have
BuzzFeed might be yanking our chains.
Never heard this in my life, but you know what? I can't question that because
I know we don't know for sure.
Well, because for 45 years I thought that Snuffleupagus was Snuffleupagus, but it's Snuffleupagus. But I thought it was Snuffleupagus.
I'm gonna have to look up if Cookie Monster is Sid. That does not ring true. I'm not saying it's not true. It doesn't ring true.
Do you know the word swims has a secret?
What?
The word swims has a secret.
What?
Upside down, it swims.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Why is that a secret?
Well, because not a lot of people know that.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, but on the calculator, if you did, what was it? 773.
That's
something.
7734 is hell.
You flip it over.
880. What is it?
Boobies. I forget.
Not once in the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme does it mention that he's an egg.
Right. We just assume that.
Yeah.
It does not say that. It's just the picture is an egg.
He's always an egg.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men, couldn't put Humpty together again. Right?
A lot of nursery rhymes are disturbing.
Well, a lot of them are about death.
Yeah. Or plague. France, good eye, mate, was still executing people with a guillotine when the first Star Wars film came out.
Really? Wow.
So in 1977, France was lopping people's heads off with the guillotine.
I want to say that I just saw in the news like a week ago that I want to say South Carolina. I'm not 100% sure.
South Carolina.
Because it's like one of these things, the headlines, you don't really open it and read the article. But he's going to die by death penalty and he's choosing a firing squad.
Who is?
It's some guy, I think it was South Carolina.
Dude.
He wants to, this was like just a week ago.
What was his other option?
Well, lethal injection.
Lethal injection?
Yeah.
God, give me.
He wanted the firing squad.
I don't want to ever be in that position, but if I had a choice, give me the shot that just makes you go to sleep.
But I think they said that your insides like melt or something.
Whoa.
I don't know. What's your
Okay, that's dark.
pick your poison?
Betty White was older than sliced bread.
You're telling me that nobody sliced bread?
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
Not even in Jesus times. They just tore it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
What would they slice it with?
They had tools.
Like a flint hand axe or something?
They had things.
They had things?
They did.
Okay.
They had a knife. Somebody sliced it. Maybe they didn't package it to sell it that way.
The words Pacific Ocean is a good example of how difficult English can be. Every C in Pacific Ocean is pronounced differently.
Yeah.
Pacific
I just saw that on a TikTok.
Ocean.
There was a really funny TikTok a guy did about how crazy our language is.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones.
I never thought about that, but that makes you go,
Huh.
A strawberry isn't a berry, babe, but a banana is.
Really?
According to this.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not a botanist.
Just because somebody on BuzzFeed said it doesn't make it true. But maybe it is true.
This is curated content from BuzzFeed.
Huh.
Yeah, it makes you go, You have to check these out yourself. I'm not saying that this is gospel. I'm just saying that these make you go, Okay, check this out. This blew my mind. North Korea, okay, and Finland. You roughly know where those are.
No clue.
You have no clue.
I'm telling you, I'm terrible at geography.
Okay, North Korea is in Asia. You know where China? You know where China is? Oh my God.
Is that on the exact opposite side of the earth? Because when we were little kids, we tried to dig to China, remember? Yeah. So it's exactly opposite?
It's on the opposite side of the earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the other side of the earth?
North Korea is down below China.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it still on the other side of the earth?
Yes. You know where Finland is?
Oh.
You have no idea.
No.
Okay. You know where Europe is?
Over there, to the right. To the right of us.
Finland is in Europe, kind of above all the countries you think of, like Germany and Italy and all those countries. Finland's up there at the top.
Oh, it's connected?
Well, okay. So here's the thing that makes you go, North Korea and Finland are separated by one country.
Really?
Russia.
That's a big country, though.
They both border Russia, and that's the one country between the two.
Sarah Palin can see Russia from her house in Alaska, so it's
crazy?
really close.
Isn't that nuts? I thought that was freaking amazing.
I need to make it my mission. Maybe not in 2022. Maybe I'll put this on my bucket list in 2023 to learn where everything is. I do not know geography at all.
You seriously don't know where China is?
The other side of the world. But unless you had a big map in front of me.
Okay, here's one for you. Your husband
is from the Philippines.
Well, I'm not from the Philippines.
Your mom
That's
is.
false. My mom is from the Philippines, which makes me half Filipino. Do you know where the Philippines is?
I would imagine it's west of us, past Hawaii.
It is past Hawaii.
And then probably up a little bit and a little bit more farther past.
That's down.
Down? Oh,
way down.
Okay.
Yeah, down.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I was wrong.
Okay.
Is it near Finland? Finland's the other way.
I sure hope my mom doesn't listen to this for a number of reasons, but I sure hope she doesn't know that her daughter-in-law thinks that Finland and the Philippines might be close.
That was a joke.
Oh, you're doing a bit?
I was joking because you told me Finland was on the other side.
No, I said Finland was above Europe.
Right. The Philippines is past Hawaii, the other way.
For like thousands of miles. Yeah.
Yeah, the other way.
Yeah. Okay. Did you know that mammoths went extinct 1,000 years after the Egyptians finished building the Great Pyramid?
No.
That's nuts.
How do they know that?
So you're trying to tell me...
They're saying some historians documented that the last surviving mammoth died?
Well, we know there's a couple things they can figure out. It's like we know when the pyramids were built through hieroglyphics and reading all that stuff. You can figure out when that was done.
And were there etchings and hieroglyphics of mammoths?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So was there detailed history? Like we as a society today know when certain animal species are endangered and close to becoming extinct. Did they have people that paid attention to that back then?
I doubt
it. Would have noted it
because they wouldn't have lived in the same place.
But how would they know for this BuzzFeed article that it was 1,000 years?
Carbon dating. So you can, using carbon-14 isotopes, you can date organic material like mammoth corpses, which they find in Russia all the time. That's amazing. While we're on the subject of the pyramids, how do you think they built those things?
Some people think it was aliens.
I know. I was talking to my dad about this just the other day. Some people think that they were here millions of years ago, aliens, and they threw up the pyramids. I don't think so.
I don't know, Alan.
I think Pharaoh was just out there with a whip, and he was just whipping the poor Egyptians, telling them to build the dang pyramids.
I don't know.
I think they just brute forced it.
I don't know. Maybe we'll know in heaven one day. Maybe all will be revealed.
Okay. You want to keep going here? Or
it's very fascinating.
There are some pretty wild ones here.
Some that reveal just how ignorant I am.
There are more fake.
Those are my favorites.
There are more fake flamingos in the world than real flamingos.
Y'all, we have a neighbor that has a flamingo in their window.
What? Who?
Right around the block. I was driving around today and they have like this bay window in the front of their house and the curtains are parted and there's a pink flamingo statue sitting right in the middle of the window. It's an interesting choice. It makes me want to go in that house and see what else is in there.
I didn't know we had a neighbor with a pink flamingo.
I didn't either until today. I just saw it today. Maybe it's new.
Anne Frank, Martin Luther King Jr., and Barbara Walters were born in the same year.
Really?
1929.
Wow.
Is
wow.
Barbara still with us?
She's still alive.
Holy moly.
She's not seen in public anymore.
Well, okay. Well, I'm on the spot. I can't do that math real quick.
Well, 29.
That's old.
So in 09.
We'll call it 30. So 30 to 2000 would be.
In 09, she would have been 80, right?
Well, 30 to 2000 would be 70 plus 22. So she's 92, 93.
Something like that.
Something like that. Humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas. The second banana reference.
I don't know how that's possible.
I don't either. It's pretty controversial, though.
It makes me go, huh?
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do.
But I don't know.
You can't refute it.
How can our DNA be that of a banana? That
Well,
doesn't make any
60%,
sense.
not 100%.
I mean, I guess
If it was
we're made
100%, you'd be
I
a
guess
banana.
We're made up of we have potassium in our system, right? There's vitamins in the banana that we have in our bodies. Maybe that's what it's about.
Never have I thought we've sounded stupider on a
Well,
podcast
it's your fault.
than this one.
It's your fault. You're the one bringing this up.
Myself included.
You know I don't know geography, making me name things on a map.
You and I both graduated from college too. It was about
I was
25
an
years.
English
It was about
major.
25 years ago,
I
but
was
we
an
did.
English
Oh no,
major.
God, it was longer than that.
I graduated December of 93.
I graduated in May of 93. Yeah. The lint that collects in the bottom of your pockets has a name. Gnurr.
Gnurr?
Gnurr.
How do you spell it?
Gnurr.
Interesting. I never knew that. I would just call it pocket lint. Maybe Gnurr is German or something.
If you put your finger in your ear and scratch, it sounds just like Pac-Man when he's eating. Huh?
Yeah,
Huh? Huh?
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
Let me see if it does my pinky. Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's listening. Everybody's doing it right now.
Everybody's got their finger in their ear.
Everybody listening to the podcast is doing that right now.
Okay, let's just do a couple more. We'll bring it home for Jerome. Beethoven and George Washington were alive at the same time.
Wow.
In fact, George Washington was in his 40s when Beethoven was born.
How about that? Timelines.
Had no
Crazy.
idea. Had no idea. And then the last one, let's see if we can come up with a good one here.
Let's go out with something that makes it look smart.
Go out with something that makes us look smart? Well, how are we going to do
I
that?
don't know. The first ones you were reading off, I already knew. Go back and read one of those again.
One of the first ones?
I'm just kidding. Just read something.
The Lion King was released closer to the moon landing than to today.
I don't want to end on that one. There's something else.
Good night. I thought that was
That's a
very.
lame one.
I thought that was very, very interesting. Okay. How about armadillos nearly always give birth to identical quadruplets?
There you go. That's pretty interesting. I did not know that. Huh. That made me go, huh.
You like that one?
I did. And as you remember from the last podcast, cows don't have upper front teeth.
They don't.
How about that?
Well, where else are you going to learn this stuff?
Well, I know what you're not going to learn on this podcast is geography. I'm going to make an effort. Is there a geography for dummies book? Even if there is, I still have to read it and look at it. JC said when he would, from the
My man, Nashlie
said when he was in elementary or middle school, they used to have geography wars where you'd stand with your back facing a map, a gigantic map, and the teacher would call out what was Manila, Philippines, or whatever, and they'd have to go point it on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Or what did we say earlier? Norway? What were we talking about?
Finland,
and he would be able to go point at it. So I never had that. We had sword drills.
Well, I don't know what that is.
The Bible is your sword.
Oh,
as you fight the Christian faith. So we'd have sword drills. So we'd have our Bible shut, and they would say, John 7:13, and you'd find it, and whoever found it first would read it. So that's how I learned where all the books and stuff were in the Bible. That's what we did.
Well, I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas.
And a globe.
A globe.
Yeah,
I had a globe when I was a kid. No, I didn't.
let's get one. I don't know where we're gonna put it.
I was this means nothing, but I was a who's who in geography in high school.
That's good, baby. That's good.
I mean, I know where some things are. I don't know where some of the more obscure countries are. But
we could probably. I mean, I know I need to learn.
I do know where Finland is.
I don't know where stuff isn't in the United States,
and I do know where
I have trouble
North and South
thinking
Korea are.
about. I think I could maybe I could figure out a map. It might take me a minute with the United States. I might be able to.
The fact that you
stuff in the middle is kind of hard.
The fact that you don't know where the Philippines is a little disturbing.
I knew it was past Hawaii. That's pretty good.
Past Hawaii. That's
Yeah, that way.
There are a lot of things past Hawaii.
Well, I could have said this way past England. That would have been really wrong.
Oh, east?
Yeah, it was that way.
West?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I knew that.
Uh-huh. Okay. We're gonna get Kelly a globe for Christmas.
Yay.
I'll get you a nice one though, like a decorative globe.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You got anything else?
No.
All right, babe. Well, this was fun. That was an educational podcast, I think.
Well, it was an eye-opening one for sure.
Covered a lot of ground. And at minute 30, good, strong, dear listener, if you want to go back and hear Kelly say, drugs, you can get that because she did not change her voice.
I won't.
It's at about minute 30.
Okay. Well, people that know me know that that's just something I was quoting from someone else, and it's completely taken out of context. And I'm not worried about it.
All right, babe. You got anything else to announce?
I do not.
Okay. Remember, good listener, June the 3rd, listener appreciation at Oat, 6:30 p.m. Come hungry, come thirsty. June the 4th, the day after, if you're interested, we will be supporting our friend Patrick and his charity Operation Once in a Lifetime, and that will be at Lava Cantina. More details to come on that. He is currently putting that event together, but all proceeds support veterans and their families. There'll be lots of cool prizes you can bid on there. There'll be a lot of different auctions. I think there's a trip to Hawaii he's auctioning off, another car, Louis Vuitton bags,
Ooh.
guns, all kinds of really cool stuff that people donate, a lot of memorabilia and stuff. So that's June 3rd and the 4th. And then Maybe Baby 4.0, kellyanallen.com/maybebaby ends on
5 p.m.
5 p.m. on
April
the 26th.
2022.
Which, if you're listening to this, that's today. So
Get on it.
Then we're going to announce the winner on April 28th.
Yep.
Okay,
Next
babe.
Podcast.
All right. Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
I love our listeners desperately. I love things that make you go, huh, desperately. Because that is meaningless information. And I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Okay. You might write to Blake, minute 13, and see if she can clean up that spot where I didn't know where to read. You go, no, read there.
I didn't say it meanly.
Well, you don't want that in the spot.
But you did the same thing last time.
Yeah, I know. You don't want that in the spot. I find myself drifting off because the spots are getting too long.
That was not too long. I was going right according to it.
Okay.
You're just being picky and mean.
No, I'm not being mean. We can't go too long. But 13 is where she needs to clean that up. Okay. All right, guys. I got to run. I got to go to... Wheezy, I said pencil. I didn't say Sharpie. I said pencil that in. Now, I know, Michael. Now, if I had said Sharpie, you would have reason to be salty. You can't be salty when I say pencil, right?
I'm typing what?
No. All right, guys. Oh boy, what's going on here?
What are we calling this podcast? And some where was it?
But there's a BuzzFeed thing.
So where is Manila? Where'd you say?
Oh, Finland and
Finland.
North Korea.
Where is Finland?
And where is Finland? Yeah.
All right. You're going to just make them watch you text. What are you doing?
Cole texted me.
Let's see what y'all are saying. My little 5.0 readers. Yeah, Julie, I do suck at geography. Y'all didn't plug your socials. There you go. Even though A Train said Yeah, he did change it. Oh, yeah, Kelly does suck at geography. I'm really bad at geography.
Wheezy, I said pencil. I said June the 3rd, but let me confirm a few things. Pencil it in. Don't Sharpie it in.
Shouldn't have said anything until it was in Sharpie. So we started off the podcast with what? Talk about the Elon Musk.
Okay, I got to run. Like, I'm going to be late anyway, but I got to go. Bye, guys. I got to run. Unless are you going to talk to him?
I got things to do. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Well, I'll stay if y'all want me to.
Jip the listener.
I'm not
okay,
jipping.
whatever. I don't jip the listener.
Well, you are by leaving, aren't you?
Why are you making that face?
Because you're making me look bad. You're making me look bad.
We're all just joking.
Well, it's not like making me look bad all the time.
Oh, we're just joking. We're not serious. I want you to think you're looking bad. We love you. Okay, bye, guys. I got to run.